Hello and welcome to another Versus episode of Chip Talk. Today we have sweet chili heat flavor, and of course we have the original Doritos flavor and the inspired by Lay's sweet chili heat. What is sweet chili heat? Well, it's really a combination of two distinct flavors or two unique ingredients. You've got obviously your sweet component, which is usually a refined sugar or honey, and then we have your spice ingredient, which is oftentimes used a Thai chili, a Fresno chili, or sometimes red jalapenos. My first experience with sweet chili, the sauce in general, I think was back in 2010 when McDonald's launched Thai chili sauce that was used inside one of their chicken wraps. I had a friend who worked in a McDonald's close by my home, and he actually taught me how to make a unique sandwich. Was basically a junior chicken. We would remove the mayonnaise, we'd put the sweet chili sauce inside, and then we would have a sweet chili chicken sandwich, and it was really good. Shout out to my friend Chris.
Thanks, Chris.
I believe they have taken the Thai chili sauce out of the menu since then, but those were definitely good times, 2010 to around 2014, I think. So first on the docket is we have the original Doritos sweet chili heat. This is what the bag looks like. It's got the iconic flames. It's a black bag. If I recall correctly, it wasn't always a black bag. I think when it first launched, it was actually a purple bag, but they've changed it to this black aesthetic bag, and of course there you go, you have your logo. We'll just give it an open. And chip to bag ratio looks, we'll give it a 3.5 out of 5. Now, have you ever wondered why Doritos has their iconic triangular chip shape? Well, in 1955, before Doritos was a company, before they started selling chips, they were actually a Mexican restaurant. A salesman came in and noticed all the wasted tortilla wraps at the end of the day because they were stale, and so he gave them a tip that if you cut these circular tortillas into wedges, hence these triangular shapes, and deep fry them, you can actually serve them as snacks. Now, around the same time, a marketing representative from Frito-Lay came in, and a bunch of contracts later, Doritos was born. And of course, their first flavor was nacho cheese. Since then, Doritos has undergone 8 different logos. Comment in the section below which one you've seen or which ones you haven't seen.
Have you seen them on TV or even in the newspaper?
In 2008, Doritos launched the sweet chili heat flavor, which arguably I think is the most popular flavor and is the reason why I keep coming back to Doritos. I love this flavor. Next, of course, we have the sweet chili heat Lay's limited edition inspired by the original Doritos. This is what the bag looks like, very similar black bag, and of course we have the different inspired by flavors. We've already reviewed the all dressed. We'll be doing the white cheddar one next, but of course we're here for the sweet chili heat. It's also got a black bag. It's a lighter black bag than the original Doritos bag, and so we'll give it an open. Chip to bag ratio, this one's a 3 out of 5 just because it's only about halfway. This is what a regular Lay's chip looks like. And in my research of sweet chili heat, I came across some very commonly asked Google questions, and we'll review some of them right now. So the first one is it spicy? Is sweet chili heat spicy? No, unless you think salt is spicy, then yes, it is spicy. Next question is how many calories per serving, or how many calories in general? Well, to be honest, it doesn't matter. You're not eating chips to count calories. Next is we have Scoville. So oftentimes heat is measured by Scoville rating, and this one's got, the chilies used in this one has got about a 78,000 Scoville level. Is it vegan? Surprisingly, yes it is. And lastly, is it bad for you? No, chips bring happiness. So I think we'll start off with the sweet chili hit Doritos as a good baseline. I bought this in the past. I will be continuing to buy it just because I know from personal experience that I do like it. So that's what a chip kind of looks like. I would give the crunch rating Probably a 4 out of 5. Tortilla chips, they have a little bit of extra crunch to it compared to potato chips. First, you get the sweet tones, and then the spice is more of an afternote. It's got a little bit kind of a numbing spice to it. So I know for a fact that if you eat a lot of these in a short amount of time, eventually the numbness from the spice will kind of mute all other flavors. And next is the sweet chili heat from Lay's, the Inspired By series. So the Doritos, I'm pretty sure you can find. No, Siri, I wasn't calling for you. The Lay's specifically, I found at Shoppers Drug Mart. I have seen it at Save On Foods as well. It might be a little bit more limited just because they're only doing it in small batches. They're testing it out, so this one may be harder to find, but this one you can find everywhere. So the crunch rating gets 2 out of 5. Right off the bat, it's the same flavoring. The sweetness comes first and then the spiciness comes afterwards. But what's interesting about the potato chip compared to the tortilla chip is that they both have very distinct flavors that come from the base of the chip, right? The potato chip, specifically from Lay's, you get that sweet and spicy. You also get that starchiness from the potato, so it actually changes the flavor a little bit. So that concludes today's Versus episode. I think today's winner, by a surprise, is the Lay's potato chip, Inspired By series. I really like the sweetness and the spiciness added with the starchy potato-ness flavor that comes from the Lay's. The tortilla chip or the Doritos definitely wins in the crunch department. It's a lot crunchier. So if that's what you're going for and you want these flavors, then go for the Doritos. But if you want that kind of potato flavor with the sweet chili heat flavor, I would go with the Lay's. So this one wins. Thank you so much for tuning in for our second episode of the Versus series. Like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you next time for the last flavor, which is white cheddar.